Foods for lung health. Keeping your lungs healthy is essential to feeling your best. Yet, common factors including exposure to cigarette smoke and environmental toxins, as well as eating an inflammatory diet, can take a toll on this pair of important organs. What's more, common conditions such as asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and pulmonary fibrosis can significantly affect your quality of life. However, lifestyle modifications, including following a nutrient-rich diet, can help protect your lungs and even reduce lung damage and symptoms of disease. What's more, specific nutrients and foods have been identified to be particularly beneficial for lung function. Foods that help boost lung function. Beets and beet greens. The vibrantly colored root and greens of the beetroot plant contain compounds that optimize lung function. Beetroot and beet greens are rich in nitrates which help relax blood vessels, reduce blood pressure, and optimize oxygen intake. Beetroot supplements improve physical performance and lung function in people with lung conditions, including COPD and pulmonary hypertension, a disease that causes high blood pressure in the lungs. Additionally, beet greens are packed with magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, and carotenoid antioxidants, all of which are essential to lung health. Peppers. Peppers are amongst the richest source of vitamin C, a water-soluble nutrient that acts as a powerful antioxidant in your body. Getting enough vitamin C is especially important for those who smoke. In fact, due to damaging effects of cigarette smoke on your body's antioxidant store, it is recommended that people who smoke consume an extra 35 mg of vitamin C per day. However, smokers may benefit from higher doses of vitamin C. That smokers with high vitamin C intake have better lung function than those with lower vitamin C intake. Consuming just one medium-sized sweet red pepper delivers 169% of recommended intake for vitamin C. Pumpkin. The brightly colored flesh of pumpkin contains a variety of lung health promoting plant compounds. They are especially rich in carotenoids, including beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, all of which have powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Studies have shown that having higher blood levels of carotenoids is associated with better lung function in both older and young populations. People who smoke may significantly benefit from consuming more carotenoid-rich foods like pumpkin. Evidence suggests that smokers may have 25% lower concentration of carotenoid antioxidants than non-smokers, which can harm lung health. Turmeric. Turmeric is often used to promote overall health due to its potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Curcumin, the main active component in turmeric, especially beneficial for supporting lung function. In fact, high curcumin intake in smokers was associated with 9.2% greater lung function compared with smokers who did not consume curcumin. Tomato and tomato products. Tomatoes and tomato products are amongst the richest dietary source of lycopene, a carotenoid antioxidant that has been associated with improved lung health. Consuming tomato products has been shown to reduce airway inflammation in people with asthma and improve lung function in people with COPD. Studies have shown that a diet rich in tomatoes was associated with a lower prevalence of poorly controlled asthma, plus tomato intake is also associated with a slower decline in lung function in ex-smokers. Blueberries. Blueberries are loaded with nutrients and their consumption has been associated with a number of health benefits including protecting and preserving lung function. Blueberries are rich source of anthocyanins including malvidin, cyanidin, peonidin, delphinidin, and pitunidin. Anthocyanins are powerful pigments that have been shown to protect lung tissue from oxidative damage. Green tea. Green tea is a beverage that has impressive effects on health. Epigallocatechin gallate is a catechin concentrated in green tea. It boosts antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties and has been shown to inhibit fibrosis or scarring of tissues. Pulmonary fibrosis is a disease characterized by progressive lung function compromising scarring of lung tissue. Some research shows that EGCG may help treat this disease. Red cabbage. Red cabbage is an affordable and rich source of anthocyanins. These plant pigments give red cabbage its vivid color. Anthocyanins intake have been linked to reduced decline in lung function. What's more, cabbage is packed with fiber. Studies have shown that people who consume more fiber have better lung function than those who consume low amounts of fiber. Edamame. Edamame beans contain compounds called isoflavones. Diets rich in isoflavones have been associated with a reduced risk of numerous diseases including chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Isoflavone intake was significantly associated with better lung function and reduced shortness of breath. Olive oil. Consuming olive oil helps protect against respiratory conditions like asthma. Olive oil is a concentrated source of anti-inflammatory antioxidants including polyphenols and vitamin E, which are responsible for its powerful health benefits. Oysters. Oysters are loaded with nutrients that are essential to lung health including zinc, selenium, B vitamins and copper. Studies have shown that people with higher blood levels of selenium and copper have greater lung function compared with those with lower levels of those nutrients. Additionally, oysters are an excellent source of B vitamins and zinc, nutrients that are especially important for people who smoke. Smoke depletes certain B vitamins, including vitamin B12, which is concentrated in oysters. What's more, studies have shown that higher zinc intake may help protect smokers from developing chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Yogurt. Yogurt is rich in calcium, potassium, phosphorus, and selenium. These nutrients help boost lung function and protect against chronic obstructive pulmonary disease risk. It is found that higher intakes of calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and selenium were associated with increased lung function markers, and those with highest calcium intake had a 35% reduced risk of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are amongst the richest source of selenium that anyone can eat. A single Brazil nut may contain over 150% of the recommended intake for this important nutrient, though concentration varies significantly depending on growing conditions. High selenium intake help protect against lung cancer, improve respiratory function in people with asthma, and enhance antioxidant defenses and immune function, which help improve lung health. Because Brazil nuts are such a concentrated source of selenium, it is recommended to keep your intake to just 1 or 2 nuts per day. Coffee. In addition to boosting your energy level, your morning cup of coffee helps protect your lungs. Coffee is packed with caffeine and antioxidants which are beneficial for lung health. Caffeine acts as vasodilator, meaning it helps open blood vessels and it may help reduce symptoms in people with asthma, at least in the short term. Swiss chard. Swiss chard is a dark leafy green that's high in magnesium. Magnesium helps protect against inflammation and it helps bronchioles, tiny airways inside your lungs, stay relaxed, preventing airway restriction. Higher magnesium intake has been associated with better lung function in a number of studies. What's more, low magnesium levels are associated with worsening symptoms in people with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Additionally, many studies have linked greater intake of leafy green vegetables like Swiss chard to a reduced risk of lung cancer and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Barley. Barley is a nutritious whole grain that's high in fiber. High fiber diets rich in whole grain have been shown to have protective effect on lung function and reduce the risk of mortality from lung-related disease. The antioxidants found in whole grain like flavonoids and vitamin E also promote lung health and protect against cellular damage. Anchovies. Anchovies are tiny fish that are packed with anti-inflammatory omega-3 fats as well as other lung health promoting nutrients like selenium, calcium, and iron. Eating omega-3 rich fish like anchovies is particularly beneficial for people with inflammatory lung disease like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Intake of omega-3 fats was associated with reduced chronic obstructive pulmonary disease symptoms and improved lung function. Lentils. Lentils are high in many nutrients that help support lung function including magnesium, iron, copper, and potassium. The Mediterranean diet, which has been associated with promoting lung health, is high in legumes like lentils. Research has shown that following a Mediterranean dietary pattern can preserve lung function in people who smoke, plus eating fiber-rich lentils help protect against lung cancer and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Coca. Cocoa and cocoa products like dark chocolate are high in flavonoid antioxidants and contain a compound called theobromine, which help relax the airways in the lungs. Cocoa intake has been associated with a lower risk of allergic respiratory symptoms and may help protect against lung cancer. It is found that those with higher flavonoid consumption from foods, including chocolate products, had better lung function than people who had diets low in flavonoids. The bottom line, consuming a diet high in nutritious food and beverages is a smart way to support and protect lung health. Coffee, dark leafy greens, fatty fish, peppers, tomatoes, olive oils, oysters, blueberries, and pumpkin are just some examples of foods and drinks that have been shown to benefit lung function. Try incorporating a few of the foods and beverages listed above into your diet to help support the health of your lungs.